Hey, what's going on? So, today is June 17th, 2026, Wednesday, and I haven't uploaded a video in 3 days or 5 days or something like that. Maybe it's only 2 actually. But I was going to upload one today just as an update on current price action and like how my account's been doing, P&L and whatnot. So, I'm going to start with a review and then later I'll get into my account, the metrics and whatnot. So, let's begin. Okay, so today I might just go over here. So today I begun with, well actually when I came here initially, I was I wasn't too convinced of buy side because on the daily chart we had this no wick candle, which is a massive draw on liquidity, coupled with this NWOG, which was completely unfilled, and this was Monday's low, and then this is today's price action. So this is Thursday's price action. We're reviewing Wednesday, so this is irrelevant. So I was anticipating that we would go down and sweep this since we hadn't before 9:30. And let's drop time frames. Actually, I didn't really do a shoot. That's not good. I didn't do much of a drop down analysis. Like time frame, 1 day, 4 hour, 1 hour, 30 minute, 45 minute, 15, 5, 1, 15 second, 30 second, 5 second. I didn't do that. I don't know why. I should have done that. Absolutely should have. That was my mistake. So I'm gonna draw this NWOG out real quick. Alright, that's fine. And then let's go quadrants on this as well, because I want to see what it looks like. Like I said, I didn't mark this out until now. I just didn't look at the 4 hour. Bang. Look at how nice that looks. The bodies of the candles right here at London session. Look at that, 3 a.m. right here. 3 a.m. So in the middle of London session. Could not at all close above lower quadrant of this fair value gap. That's very good price action, very indicative that we're going to go lower. And you can see it rejected right there as well. And that's in London session. London session typically has, I think it's like a 70% chance of creating the high of the day or something. Something like that. So let's go 30 minute. I don't know actually if it is 70%. I just know a lot of times it creates the high of the day. Nothing too, I mean, we got this fair value gap right in here. But there's nothing too pertinent for me to draw out yet. Nothing much here either. I didn't really look at any of that. I'm just going to skip through that because that wasn't pertinent to my analysis this morning. So over here, this is London session, the hourly chart. This is where it could not get above upper quadrant with the bodies. One sec. Okay. So right here, it couldn't get above there. We had a Judas swing right here, which is very nice. So we went up here. Market structure shift right here. Actually, maybe it's right there. Right here, actually. Then we had a Judas swing right there. Very violent reaction. Anyone who wanted to go long as breakout traders right here absolutely stopped out in this next few candles. And anyone who was stopped out right here, maybe retail wanted to short again. Actually, the run before we went and swept out this high, rather, that was this run right here. So from 405 to 408. Notice how these candles are aggressive, especially this candle's close. The body closed at the high, and I'm pretty sure this is a candle pattern right here. Like when you get these types of candles, it's very, retail sees this as very bullish. We had an engulfing candle right here, which they also see as bullish sign and whatnot. And obviously those don't mean what they actually mean. But this fair value gap is pertinent. And I did draw this out before I I haven't seen what it's done at all today, but I drew that out before I traded. Looks like nothing's hit it yet, but it is very likely to be pertinent. Probably for buy side, it's probably gonna inverse it and then use upper half of it to go higher, but we'll see. And then so over here to my primary analysis, this is regular trading hours. This is 9:30. And right over here, I said that we had these very clean relative equal highs. And remember, these were swept in electronic trading hours, but not in regular trading hours, meaning that they were going to be swept. There's a very good chance that they're going to be swept in regular trading hours, then reverse off of that. Because there are certain smart money traders, market makers, who only use regular trading hours. And, well, they know that certain people in retail trading only use regular trading hours, meaning that anything that happens in electronic trading hours can't stop them out or hit their take profit. So that's why I kind of skip over all of RTH and just use this, or skip over all of ETH and just use this. And I marked out this fair value gap. I don't know if it utilized this one or the other one from London session. I think I put most of my focus on the one from London session, which I'll show in a second here. Yeah, I mean, it used it right here, right here. Actually, dang, I love it when it does this. It closed right here yesterday. Market closed 4:14 p.m. Tuesday. Opened 9:30 a.m. Wednesday. And at the open, it's utilizing this fair value gap at consequent encroachment almost perfectly, simultaneously sweeping out these relative equal highs and then reversing. So it's almost like, were there no void here? If trading did not close like that, it would have just, from here, route its way up and then hit that, use CE of that to knock it down a little bit, and use it again right there. Bodies can get to consequent encroachment. Then right here, it started to avoid that a little bit more. But I marked that one out, but most of my focus was on, maybe it was on this fair value gap. No. It wasn't. Most of my focus laid on this fair value gap right here, which I know this is on NQU, not MNQU. So just the E-mini contract. It has, I guess it has it on both. There's a small volume imbalance in here, which means that I can include this is one fair value gap and this is one fair value gap. So I just make them into one. So most of my focus was on this for shorting this morning, which this one was respected very well. And I was focusing also on these highs being swept right here. So they're relatively equal, and they're also, remember these relative equal highs from RTH, they're also right next to these. So lots of liquidity up there, very strong reversal. I considered this high, London high, to be the protected high, as we had a judo swing with it. So, judo swing with it. I considered that we were going to go, or I believed rather, that we were going to go lower and sweep out this low, which we did in New York PM with FOMC. And yeah, this low was subject, I thought, so subject to being taken. And so let's go into my executions now. Go 15 second for my first trade. I took 2 trades today. Yesterday, I guess. Yesterday trading. So this is 9:23:30. Zoom in over here. 9:23:30 would be right here. So I bought right here. I think I have this order block, and I was a little bit more weary of this trade. I didn't have much. I only entered for 1 micro, so my stop loss was only, I believe, $22. My take profit was only $50, so very little, and it was right here, not right here. I just exited right here because I was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait for the actual trade, which was right here. I shorted right in there, and So I longed, and then I just exited right there. It was only like plus 30. So that was a minor trade. The primary trade for today was right here. Which I'm going to go the 1 second and display over here what it looked like using replay trading. So I'll go to the 1 second. I'll just go to the 5 second. Alright, 930 is about to hit. I know we're about to sweep these, so at open it's going to shoot up to these most likely. And we just swept out liquidity right here, so definitely at open we're going to shoot up to here, use consequent encroachment of this fair value gap that I showed from London session. And after that I believed we were going to go down. So what my charts looked like at the time was like this. Short position 1 tick above this. So I'm selling with smart money as retail gets stopped out. My take profit, I'll get to that in a minute actually. In fact, I have to go into the 1 minute for something. Right over here, for my stop loss placement, I used this fair value gap, and then I went 2 above it. So this is candle 1 of this fair value gap right here. So my stop loss was at this high, right here. And so my stop loss was at this high, so if we go up, if we use this fair value gap and we go past 1 tick past this, $1 higher, if we go 1 tick past this, then my, even just wick, then this fair value gap is not going to be utilized for shorts right now at least, because it can't mohawk higher than this. My take profit was, so that was my stop loss. Increase this, I had 3 contracts on, which that's not right. My risk was like 140. I don't know why it's a lot less. Maybe I had it up here. Yeah, I had it up there. It's 141. I don't remember why I had it up there. There's some reason. I don't remember though. So I had it right there, and my take profit, I think I just did really easy target right here. So that's what it was. I had a limit order set, so I'll sell. That's what it looked like. And 5 second chart. Here we go. Get a better view. Okay. So 930 hits in 10 seconds. I believe I got entered before 930. Yeah. Then 930. First 5 seconds. Second 5 seconds. And then, as you can see right in here, I accidentally added a short onto my position right here on the next candle. Somewhere in here I added a short position, even though I was trying to take a partial right here, because we just swept these lows. I believed it was going to go down farther. In fact, I believed we were going to sweep this, which we did, but I didn't hold that long. Just did lowest hanging fruit. And I was trying to get out of my position, but I accidentally added another order to it, which is nice. It made me profit. But I just like quickly exited 2 micros right here because I entered 1 accidentally. So I exited that one, then I took my partial. I was in for 3 orders, and then my take profit was hit. Shoot, I don't think I let my full take profit be hit again. 474.25. Dang, so I exited right here actually, where my cursor is. I exited right there, which means how much profit did I miss out on? Dang, I missed out on almost $100. That's too bad. Anyways, and a few seconds later, my take profit got hit. And that was my trade for this morning. And I could have, after the fact, I realized I should have held on to 1 micro because I believed it was going to go down a lot more. We had just taken out all the failed stops that we needed, and it did go down more because my take profit was like right here. We went down farther, and got very close to that. Riley took a short somewhere in here on demo. He took a short. I was talking to him because he trades the 1 minute chart, and I was talking to him like I was done with my trade, and I was just giving him what I thought was going to happen. I said, probably going to use this order block or create a Judas swing with this. And if we sweep the Judas swing high, which is this one, I would be done trading at that point. And he said he was looking for shorts off this IFEG right here, which we did get. And he shorted, I think he shorted somewhere on this candle. Maybe the next few candles, like maybe right here or something. Stop loss was up here. Take profit. Well, actually, it was a little bit lower. It was somewhere like around here. But anyways, he had take profit hit as well, which is nice. He said he caught like the low. I think he got out right here. Something like that. But anyways, and let's get into the account metrics real quick. So account balance is 51,237.38. Then here's my trades for today. I want to see how much that one partial made me. Oh, that the position where I accidentally entered made me $54. No. Yeah. I don't know. I think it made me $54. And so this was my trades today. And here's my stats. I started following, like I said a couple of videos ago, I started following those protocols I made. This was just about the first day that I started following those protocols. Maybe it was this day. It's one of these 2 days where I take very minimal trades, 2 trades, 2 trades, 2 trades, 3, 7, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know what happened. But yeah, and 5, 3, 3, 5. And this was really only 2 trades. And if you count the first one, which is very minimal. Total risk was only minus $22 or something. Then here's other stats on it. And here's an oh yeah, on Monday I had these losing trades on Monday. I was so glad I lowered my leverage because I had 4 winning days that were consecutive. So I lowered my leverage to 1 micro, and also that morning I did it specifically because of that, and also I only got I think 4 hours of sleep, which is horrible. Because I just really tough time going to sleep and whatnot. So I only got 4 hours of sleep, and then lowered leverage. So I took 2 losing trades and I hopped off. Maybe it was 3. I think it was 3, but this one was super tiny, only minus 16. So I allowed myself 1 more. Maybe it's because of Judas. No, I remember. First 2, and then I had allowed myself 1 more because of a Judas swing. And if that one failed, I would have gotten off, and it did fail, and I got off. Went back to sleep. And this day I had a losing trade, then I had a nice winning trade after that. And then today, obviously. And then other metrics. This thing is wrong. I have no idea what my actual win rate is. I just realized I can calculate it because I know, like I know that this stuff is all wrong. Like I did not take 7 trades. I did not take 3 trades. I didn't take 5 trades today. I took 2. But because I took partials, I exited my trade 1 micro at a time. Because I had 3 micros in there, so I exited 1 micro at a time for partials and whatnot. And I accidentally took an extra trade. That increases the amount of trades that I actually took. I think. I'm pretty sure it does. Let's trade this sell a bunch of junk. Average loss duration 1 minute 50. I think this is actually kind of interesting. Tuesday was my least profitable day. That was last month. Let's see. This is the data once I started implementing stricter psychology rules and risk rules. 2 trades, that's it. And this was before. All over the place, a bunch of garbage. 26 trades. What was I doing? I'm sure it wasn't actually 26. It was probably like 7 or 8. Probably actually maybe 10 or 11 if I count like trades where I entered for 1 micro then quickly exited, which is where I do that sometimes. And wrongfully so, because I'll enter a trade very quickly Mostly off of emotion because I feel like it's gonna go a certain way, and maybe it's some logic behind it, but it's very minimal. And it definitely does not enough to constitute a trade. I'll enter and then I'll quickly exit right afterwards because I realized, okay, this is garbage. I shouldn't be doing this, but I did it multiple times. 13 trades, 6 trades, 12 trades, and 15 trades. Obviously, horrible letting my P&L go this low. That set me back a decent bit. So actually, it was actually kind of even. Like for these 2 weeks before I started, I was like 14 bucks in profit. Looks like. And then the next month, June, doing well. Summer PA has been nice. Total P&L, I don't know. Oh, that's for today. But yeah, I might have to learn on just like depending on it's all dependent on the day. But if I'm confident that we're gonna go down farther, like here, I was very sure that we're gonna at least go sweep this. Maybe I should just exit most of my position and leave on 1 micro. That would have doubled my profits today, probably. About doubled, which would have been very nice. But anyways, that's it for today. All right, later.